Hey everyone. So y'all, this is Morgan Bauer, and she has been missing since February of 2016 from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, back in 2014, Morgan had graduated from Central High School in Aberdeen, South Dakota. And South Dakota is where she's originally from. 2 years after she had graduated, she decided she wanted to move to Atlanta, Georgia. So on February the 12th of 2016, she called a ride with a friend of hers to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where she then took a flight down to Atlanta. Now, when she left to go to Atlanta, she had limited funds. She hardly had any money with her. But once she got down to Atlanta, Morgan ended up staying the night at the house of a man that she had met online through Craigslist. And she had made an arrangement with this guy that she was going to do house chores for him in exchange for rent until she had found her a job. But for whatever reason, this arrangement had fell through on the second day that she was in Atlanta, and Morgan was asked to leave this guy's house. So after that, she was between various motels, and she was also working as an exotic dancer at a club in Gainesville, Georgia. Now, on February the 25th of 2016, Morgan went and applied for a job at a club on Cheshire Bridge Road in Atlanta. Then after that, on February the 27th of 2016, she was last seen at a Citgo gas station at 3251 Highway 278 in Covington, Georgia. Now, since that date of February the 27th, Morgan hasn't been seen or heard from. So on March the 12th, her mom decided she was going to go and file a missing person report with the Atlanta Police Department since she hadn't talked to her or heard from her. But her mom did say that while she was in Atlanta, she did always make sure to keep in close contact with her friends and family, and she always posted on her social media. Now, since then, her phone records and her social media, they've had no activity on them. Her phone has either since just died or it was turned off. On February the 27th of 2016, Morgan's phone did last ping to a location in Porterdale, Georgia. Now, in Porterdale, that is where one of Morgan's coworkers and her boyfriend live, the coworker's boyfriend. So authorities did go down and talk to that couple. They both told the authorities that they had dropped Morgan off at that Citgo gas station in Covington on February the 27th, and that is also where she was seen getting into a green Mitsubishi Eclipse car. So that was the last known sighting of Morgan. And police have said that they found no evidence or a motive of foul play in her disappearance. So here recently, there has been new evidence that's come up in the case that can change the timeline. So police had reported Morgan missing 7 years ago on February the 25th. Morgan's mom, Sherry, has said that recently it's been discovered that Morgan had last posted on her social media on February the 26th and not February the 25th, as police had originally thought. So, like I said, not only does this change the timeline completely, but it also changes the last known person to have seen Morgan. Now, there is a video that's out that Morgan had posted on February the 25th on her social media. It does show her walking in what looks like a park. And there is a guy that's walking close behind her, but you can't really see what the guy looks like. There's really no good description of him. But when Morgan went missing, she was 19 years old, and she was also described at that time as 5'6" tall. She weighed 130 pounds. She had brown hair and blue eyes, and her ears are gauged, and her lips are pierced twice on the right side, as well as her navel is pierced. And she does have multiple tattoos. And I'm gonna pull up a picture now of the tattoos that she does have. She has a black tree of life with tiny flowers on the back of her neck. She also has a sun moon inside a Celtic four-star design, and that is on the right chest near her shoulder. She has a blue and orange jellyfish on the inside of her right arm. And she also has an anchor that says, or with the writing, whatever you love can be taken away, so live like it's your dying day. And that's written on her left wrist. Now, she also does have another tattoo that we don't have a picture of, but it says, it's in herself, she will find the strength that she needs, and that is written on her left hip. Now, there are some additional resources and further information if anybody would like to go check that out. You can look up Morgan Bauer and that number MP32909. That's through the National Missing and Unidentified Person System. You can also look up the missing person, Morgan Aaron Bauer, on the Atlanta Police Department website. You can also look up Morgan Aaron Bauer on change.org, and they do have a petition that they want this Morgan's case thoroughly investigated by the Atlanta Police Department. So you can go over, check out the petition on change.org, and then there's also a Facebook group, and it's called Missing Morgan. And there's a lot of information on the case. I would like to ask that if anyone does live in the Atlanta, Georgia area, the Gainesville, Georgia area, or the Covington, Georgia area, if you know anything about Morgan's disappearance, if you know her whereabouts, or anyone that has anything to do with her disappearance, you are asked to call the Atlanta Police Department. That number is 404-658-6666. Now, I am going to keep up with this case. As soon as any new details are released, I will keep everyone posted. I do ask that you check out this information that I have up on the screen now. The National Missing and Unidentified Person System, the Atlanta Police Department website, and with the missing person section on there, the change.org petition that her family has, and the Missing Morgan Facebook group. I also want to ask that you all keep Morgan and her mama, Sherry, in your prayers. Um, Sherry's desperately looking for Morgan. So, like I said, if anybody knows anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts or just any information whatsoever, you are asked to please call the Atlanta Police Department. Once again, that phone number is 404-658-6666. And like I said, I will be keeping up with this case. I will post any details that do come out. I would also like to thank all of you for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed and that you do hit the like button. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way, you'll be notified each time that I do put out any information regarding Morgan Bauer's case. So, like I said, I do want to thank you all for watching.